What if everything you were told about rock music was wrong? What if rock didn't fade away, didn't lose popularity, didn't just go out of style, but was actually pushed out, on purpose? Because in the late 90s, something happened. Something sudden. Something that didn't make sense then, and still doesn't make sense now. Overnight, rock disappeared from the biggest platforms in the world. MTV changed. Radio changed. The charts changed. And now, decades later, two legends are stepping forward, saying the same thing. It wasn't natural. It was planned. The moment everything changed. If you were around in the late 90s, you felt it. One day, rock was everywhere. The biggest bands in the world were dominating MTV, selling millions of albums, packing arenas, shaping culture. And then, almost overnight, it started to vanish. Not slowly. Not gradually. Suddenly. MTV, once the home of rock, began shifting its entire identity. The rotation changed. The tone changed. The faces changed. Guitars were replaced by choreographed dance routines. Raw energy was replaced by polished perfection. And fans were told, this is just where music is going. But here's the problem. Rock didn't actually lose its audience. People were still buying tickets. Still filling stadiums. Still listening. So why did it disappear from the places that mattered most? That's where things start to get uncomfortable. Billy Corgan's explosive claim. That's exactly what Billy Corgan started questioning. Speaking on his podcast, he didn't hold back. He said the shift wasn't organic. It wasn't a cultural evolution. It was a decision. According to Corgan, there was a clear moment, around 1997 to 1998, when the industry flipped a switch. Suddenly, rock was out. Even though it was still massively popular. And in its place, pop groups, boy bands, artists that, in his words, were easier to control, easier to shape, easier to manage. And that's the key idea. Control. Because rock music has always been unpredictable, loud, rebellious, unfiltered. It doesn't follow rules. And according to Corgan, that made it a problem. He even hinted at deeper forces, rumors that go far beyond the music industry. But what he made clear was this. He saw it happen. From the inside. And he wasn't the only one. The corporate takeover. Because while fans were focused on the music, something else was happening behind the scenes. Quietly. Strategically. Corporations began buying everything. Radio stations, once independent, were suddenly being absorbed into massive media conglomerates. And when that happened, something changed. Playlists became tighter, safer, more predictable, less diverse, and most importantly, less rock. Legendary stations that once gave rock a home started disappearing. One of the biggest examples, KNAC in Los Angeles, a station that lived and breathed rock, gone, replaced. And according to insiders, that wasn't an accident. It was consolidation. Because when fewer companies control the airwaves, they control what you hear. And what you don't. Charlie Benanti confirms it. Now here's where it gets even more serious. Because Charlie Benanti, a legend in both metal and rock, stepped in. And he didn't just agree with Corgan. He took it further. He called it what he believes it really was. A coup. A complete takeover of the system. According to Benanti, this wasn't just about trends. It was about gatekeepers. People at the top deciding what gets pushed and what gets buried. He pointed directly at those MTV pulls the plug. And then there's MTV. At one point, MTV was everything. If you made it there, you made it. But then something strange happened. Rock videos started disappearing. Less airtime, less exposure, less presence, until eventually, almost nothing, and in their place, reality TV, pop stars, highly controlled, image-driven content. It wasn't just a programming shift. It was a cultural reset. Because MTV didn't just reflect music. It shaped it. And once rock was removed from that spotlight, Its influence in mainstream culture dropped instantly. Not because fans stopped caring, but because the platform stopped showing it. Modern-day hypocrisy. Here's the part that doesn't add up. Today, rock is still huge. Bands are selling out stadiums worldwide. Fans are still showing up. Still buying tickets. Still screaming every lyric. But turn on the radio. You barely hear it. Watch major award shows. Rock is pushed to the sidelines. Sometimes not even televised. So how can a genre be one of the biggest live draws on the planet, and still be almost invisible in mainstream media? That contradiction is exactly what fuels this entire debate. Because it suggests something simple. Rock didn't disappear. It was removed. Follow the money. At the end of the day, it always comes back to one thing. Money. Controlled artists are easier to market. Easier to package. Easier to sell globally. Rock bands. They don't always follow scripts. They speak out. They push back. They challenge. And that makes them unpredictable. From a corporate standpoint, that's risk. So if you're running an industry, do you promote the unpredictable voice or the controlled product? That question might explain everything. So what really happened to rock music? Did audiences move on? Or were they guided somewhere else? Because the artists who lived through it are now telling a very different story. A story of decisions made behind closed doors. Of platforms shifting overnight. Of a genre quietly pushed out of the spotlight. But here's the truth they can't erase. Rock never died. It just stopped being promoted. And now the real question is, was it evolution? Or was it control? And before we come to the end of this video, I just want to take a moment to say a very big thank you to all of you for watching. Your time truly means a lot. In a world where there are thousands of videos you could be watching right now, the fact that you chose to spend a few minutes here with me on Hajararama TV is something I truly appreciate. This channel continues to grow because of viewers like you. Every view, every comment, and every bit of support helps this community become stronger. And that's what makes creating these videos so rewarding. If you enjoyed this video, please take a quick moment to like the video, leave a comment below, and share it with your friends or anyone who might enjoy this content. Your interaction really helps the channel reach more people who love stories, entertainment, and updates just like you do. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Hajararama TV, and turn on the notification bell so you'll always be among the first to know when a new video is uploaded. There are many more exciting videos coming your way very soon, and I would love for you to be part of this journey as the channel continues to grow. I also enjoy hearing your thoughts, so feel free to drop your opinions, ideas, or suggestions in the comment section. Your voice matters here, and your feedback helps make Hajararama TV even better. Once again, thank you so much for watching and for being part of this amazing community. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, stay entertained, and keep watching Hajararama TV.